Welcome to the NewsHour. Prosecutors in Utah have charged the man accused of shooting and killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk with aggravated murder, a crime punishable by death if convicted. The suspect was arraigned in court late this afternoon.
Meanwhile, across the country on Capitol Hill, FBI Director Kash Patel clashed with Democratic senators on his handling of the Charlie Kirk investigation and on his leadership of the agency. Our White House correspondent Liz Landers starts off our coverage tonight.
Tonight, the suspected killer of 31-year-old conservative activist Charlie Kirk potentially faces the death penalty.
I do not take this decision lightly.
Local prosecutors charged 22-year-old Tyler Robinson with aggravated murder, a capital offense.
Charlie Kirk was murdered while engaging in one of our most sacred and cherished American rights, the bedrock of our democratic republic, the free exchange of ideas.
Robinson was also charged with felony discharge of a firearm, punishable by life in prison, as well as other crimes, including obstruction of justice and witness tampering. Law enforcement revealing new messages between the suspect and his roommate, both handwritten and over text. Prosecutors reading them aloud.
The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out."
You affirm that the testimony you're about to give before this committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
All this comes as FBI Director Kash Patel today defended the investigation of Kirk's killing and his handling of the Bureau's affairs in a fiery Senate hearing.
That
it
tears
is my
this country
time
apart.
to address your falsehoods.
Oh, you
are an
can try
embarrassment
all
to the
you
division
want
in this country.
to not take responsibility for what
you had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
your
making
time
a mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
A particular issue was when Director Patel prematurely announced a suspect was in custody the night of Kirk's killing. Patel posted less than 2 hours later that the person in custody had been released, and officials had to make clear that the gunman remained at large.
Mr. Patel was so anxious to take credit for finding Mr. Kirk's assassin that he violated one of the basics of effective law enforcement. At critical stages of an investigation, shut up and let the professionals do their job.
I put that information out. And then when we interviewed him, I put out the results of that. And could I have been more careful in my verbiage and included an A subject instead of subject? Sure, in the heat of the moment.
Before departing for a UK state visit, President Trump said he has full faith in his FBI director.
Kash, if you take a look at what he did with respect to this horrible person that he just captured. He did it in 2 days.
Patel today also faced questions about recently firing senior officials who have since sued him, accusing him of illegal political retribution, part of a broader personnel purge of the president's perceived enemies in law enforcement.
The only way people get terminated at the FBI is if they fail to meet the muster of the job and their duties. And that is where I will leave it. Those are allegations. And that is an ongoing litigation. So they'll have their day in court, so will we.
Patel has faced growing scrutiny over his leadership, taking criticism from skeptical Senate Democrats that he is the right person to help lower the national temperature in a time of heightened political violence.
Let's be clear. Republicans are not Nazis, and Democrats are not evil, as Mr. Patel has claimed.
But not all Democrats leveled criticism on the director. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar tried to connect by invoking recent deadly shootings in her state, the politically motivated assassination of State House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, and the shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school that killed 2 young children.
Especially it relates to my friend
In a
Charlie.
moment of empathy, Patel vowed to work with Congress on gun violence prevention.
Minnesota has suffered untold tragedy in these last few months, and whatever creativity we can use to eliminate even just one shooting, one horrific death, I am in favor of engaging with Congress fully to do.
So don't give me this both sides. If we want
Other
to get
senators
unity,
turned up the
let's be
temperature and
honest.
pointed blame for
Let's be
political
honest.
violence, not on
Free
guns,
speech,
but
yes.
on
Political
ideology.
violence, the facts are plain and clear, and we have to speak truth in this moment, or there's no other side of the mountain. The vast majority of Americans are against political violence, but there is a vocal, active minority that encourages and celebrates it, and that minority is overwhelmingly on the left.
Senator Tillis.
The last word in the room from retiring Republican Tom Tillis, begging both political parties to reflect on their rhetoric.
I'm just saying that there are people out here on our side of the aisle that still need to look in the mirror.
Patel's hearing really covered a wide range of issues, but one theme that kept reemerging: violence in America. He's trying to reassure both Democrats and Republicans that his agency is prepared to handle those challenges as it continues to investigate the Charlie Kirk murder. Meanwhile, Patel will likely face another round of tough questions tomorrow up on Capitol Hill in the morning in the House Judiciary Committee.
Right.
Jeff.
That's the debut report from the newest member of our NewsHour family, White House correspondent Liz Landers. Liz, we're so glad you're here.
Liz, it's great to have you on the team, and not a moment too soon because there is no shortage of news to dig into. So welcome.
I'm thrilled to be here and so excited to join the NewsHour team.